Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about the 4 cold email mistakes that you are probably making. After sending more than 3 million cold emails, booking more than 1800 meetings, we made a lot of mistakes. And I can tell you that all our mistakes have been categorized into one of these 4 things that I will be talking about. So if your cold emails are not performing, if you feel like there is any chance that your email should be doing better, your campaign should be doing better, just go back, check for these mistakes, and I promise you it's one of these. So, starting with the first one, deliverability. Now, the first step to a successful email campaign is fixing your deliverability. If you're shooting blanks, if no one is receiving your email campaigns, nothing else will matter, right? Like you can play with your subject lines, copy, whatever you really want to do, but if people are not reading your emails, they're not going to reply to them. So let's assume you have that in order. What's the next thing you need to look for? Is there's a huge chance that you're saying the wrong things. Now, this is something a lot of bigger companies get wrong, which is like the problem is that you make the copy about yourself and you don't actually try to understand what the prospect wants. So, to be honest, no one really cares if your company won some award 6 months ago or if you're the best place to work. They just don't care. Like, what are they getting out of that? So, in the first few lines, you need to talk about like how you are helping them. The second thing here is like you need to see who you're reaching out to. Just for an example, a CEO of a 200 people company versus a CEO of a 20 people company care about very different things. Another example is like a CEO of a SaaS company versus a marketing leader at an agency care about very different things. So, how can you say the same things to both of those people and expect like a good response? So, you need to understand who you're reaching out to. Mistake number 3 is reaching out to the wrong people. Now, I understand the appeal behind email volume. I send a lot of emails myself, so I actually do. But it is more important to have a clean and targeted email list than it is to like arguably send a lot of volume. And you can have a targeted email list and send a lot of emails as well. So that's actually the winning formula. Now you need to make sure that at least 95% of your list is qualified. If you're reaching out to the wrong people who do not need your solution, why are they going to respond to you? Like, why would they want to hop on your demo call? And to be honest, like, why do you want them on your call? So let's assume that you're a company, you've reached out to 2000, 3000 emails a day, whatever number, right? Like probably a lot higher than some people reach out to do. And then you book a bunch of demo calls. But 90% of those demo calls are disqualified. You're wasting your time. You're ruining your close rate. If you have account executives, you're destroying their morale. So make sure that your list is qualified and then see what qualifies them and build it at scale. Mistake number 4, incorrectly packaging what you are offering. So a lot of people talk about the offer itself and like, hey, like how do I make my offer irresistible? Most of the times it comes down to packaging your offer because it's still the same service. It's just like how you're presenting it to people. So I need to make sure that everyone who's watching this video understands the basics of packaging your offer. What that means is if you don't know what an irresistible offer is, how to make your offer a no-brainer, go read Alex Hormozi's book or just watch, like so many people have made a video on how to make an offer. The whole ideology behind it is your offer needs to be so good that people feel stupid saying no to you. An example, this one's really interesting, was like one example that I've been seeing lately in terms of social media growth is we'll get you 1 million organic views or you do not pay. That itself is like a very interesting offer because like why would people say no to 1 million organic views? And people start calculating in the head what 1 million organic views will do. The other thing that I really like, I guess obviously like I'm partial to it, is like our offer, which says I go to sales leaders, sometimes even CEOs, and I tell them, hey, like if you get deliverability ninja, we will double your open rates and reply rates within 90 days. And if we cannot do that, you don't pay. So think about this. Like if there's a company making $1 million in revenue from outbound like every month or every quarter, and I just tell them that, hey, I'm going to double your response rate, that's pretty irresistible according to me. So you definitely need to have that, how you're packaging it. And the bonus, your email volume. So again, your email volume will depend on a lot of things like your TAM and stuff like that. And this word is very different for different people. There are people who send 100,000 emails per month, and then there are people who send 2,000 emails per month. So huge difference. In general, let's assume your TAM is at least like 5,000 companies. You should be doing at a minimum 500 to 1,000 emails a day. Just because unless like you're selling something extremely hot and people are just dying and fighting to get your product or service, your average positive response rate is going to hover between 1% to 5%, like assuming everything else is correct. When you reach out to like 500 to 1,000 people a day, the worst case you're getting those 5 to 10 positive replies, and some of them are converting into meetings, and then that's how you're able to get the meeting numbers that we get and other people are able to get. Seems like those are the 4 to 5 mistakes that people usually make, and if you're able to solve for them, there is no way you don't have a winning email campaign. So let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you need me to do a deeper dive in any of your specific campaigns. I'm happy to do that. You can click on the first link in the description, and don't forget to follow and subscribe.